Discover the top 3 reasons African Abroad Date is the go-to platform for building meaningful connections. First, its vibrant community is packed with genuine individuals eager to find friends or more, allowing authentic connections to flourish. Second, the safety features prioritize user protection, making online dating not only doable but enjoyable, without any anxiety. Lastly, the user-friendly design democratizes navigation, whether it's uploading photos or sending messages, ensuring everyone feels at ease. Dive in today and start connecting with like-minded individuals effortlessly.
Good morning, guys. Happy Sunday. I hope everyone is doing fine. I see that we have a lot of people in the comments, very active already. So, welcome to our Love Across Borders channel. Here we bring to you another letter from the heart. We share real stories happening to real people, and together we dissect and digest, right? Hopefully, to learn a little bit and maybe like help someone also gain a little bit more of clarity over what they're going to through. So please let me know that you can hear me. Let me know in the comment section that the sound is clear. I see that we have Juliet in the comment. We have Zenap in the comment, and Luke also is in the comment section. And I also see that in the studio we have our co-host already. Guys, let me know in the comment section. Can you hear me? Okay, good. Comfort. Hi, Comfort. Comfort said that she can hear me as well. So I'm gonna welcome my co-host and my co-coaches. Hi, Miss Elise.
Good morning, good afternoon, happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday to you, my sister. How are you?
Doing good, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone.
Hi, CB. CB, are you here? Oh, you're muted.
Hi, ma'am. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, Miss
Hello.
Elise.
Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. All right,
I'm
guys. How
sorry,
was your
I
week?
was typing, so that's why I didn't respond
Oh,
on
okay.
time.
Okay, that's okay.
Happy
Thank
Sunday,
you.
CB.
Thank you for being here. How was your week?
It
Did you
was
have a
it
good?
was fine.
Good. Okay.
Mine was great, grateful,
That's
always
good.
happy to.
Miss Elise, of course your week was great now. This woman I love Miss Elise is a lover woman. Oh. Forget all the bass balls we hear on this channel. This woman can love. Uh-uh.
Have you?
Just if you love, just go to Miss Elise page and man, this woman.
Are you
Take your
serious? I
flowers.
missed it. Oh,
Yeah,
Uh-uh.
we're born to
The
love. That's our
videos,
language.
the videos that she's always posting, by the time you watch them, you'll be like, oh my god, I want to fall in love. You say
Oh,
this is a
oh, you're
lover
so
girl.
sweet,
Let me just sit
CB.
that way.
Oh,
she's a
thank
true
you.
daughter of the Most High.
Amen, amen.
He said that.
I copy from God. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
He said that they will know that we come from Him if we love one another, right?
Ooh, let the church say amen. Yes, Pastor
All
Michelle. Yes. Woo.
Okay, guys. So we have a lot in our plate today. Guys, don't go anywhere. We have a lot in our plate today. Please fasten your seatbelt because it's going to take off in a moment. I'm going to put the story on the screen and then we'll read it together and dive into it together. Let's do it, guys. Let's do this. Okay. What is that story? Okay. So here is the story, and I hope that you can see it, but I'm also gonna read it alone. She said, this is difficult to admit. My husband and I have been married for 3 years, and I am in my mid 40s, and him in his mid 50s. From the beginning, I was clear I didn't want children. I have never had any, and he has 2 adult kids from a previous relationship. He claimed he had He claimed he had a vasectomy, so we never used protection. A year ago, he casually asked if I would change my mind about having kids. I said no, and I laughed. And I laughed it off, reminding him that we couldn't anyway. Recently, I have been feeling unusually tired and missed my period. I chalked it up to premenopause. Last week, I went to the doctor and was shocked finding that finding out that I am 5 weeks pregnant. My husband then confessed. Sorry, guys. My, oh my gosh, I'm not talking to you, Siri. My husband then confessed he never had a vasectomy. He said he would take care of everything and that I could stop working if I wanted. Yes, he is a great provider, but this was a betrayal. I have filed for divorce. I am still considering ending the pregnancy. He is devastated, apologizing nonstop, saying that he has always dreamed of having a child within marriage, but thought I couldn't conceive. Now I am left with this. Should I keep this pregnancy? The marriage is over. So, guys, here is the story. And I kind of shortened the story just so that it could fit into one page. So, my co-host and co-coaches in the studio, if you have any question, anything that you want us to clarify before we start dissecting it, Miss Elise.
No, everything is clear, ma'am. Good,
Okay.
good afternoon, Luke.
What about you, Julie?
Everything is fine. Let's go ahead with the show.
Okay, that's good. Luke, welcome.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening. Happy Sunday.
Same to you, ma. Same to you.
All right, guys. So, yeah. Yeah, so that's the story. She got married and she's in her mid-40s and she never wanted to have children. And the husband has lied to her that he had a vasectomy. So she thought that she was safe just to find out that she was 5 weeks pregnant. Now, before we start like answering her question. For instance, she wanted to know if she should keep the baby because she has made up her mind that she is ending the marriage. But I want us to kind of set a foundation here. I'm hoping that this is going to help us kind of navigate better. Right. So my first question is that I'm going to go to you, Miss Elise. Are you from the school of thought that believe that children should naturally be a consequence or even a positive outcome of marriage? In other words, when you think of marriage, do you automatically think of children? Or do you align with the other school of thought that believe that children are not necessarily essential to a marriage?
Thank you so much for the question and thank you for the opportunity. I would say marriage is a union between a man and a woman. Lovely union. Two people that have committed themselves to work this life together, companionship, love. Children are optional. They are not part of marriage.
Okay.
They are optional. People, to have a child, there are so many conditions for you to decide to bring a child to this world. Number one, if you're a Christian, ask yourself, are you a genuine Christian? How is your walk with God? Are you even sure you alone will make heaven? Talk less of bringing somebody else that you train to make heaven. Because at the end of the day, the end result is eternity, right?
Hmm.
And number two, you have to be mentally stable and ready to have that child. If you can't take care of yourself, you can't manage your own life, and you and your partner managing one another is hard. Communicating is hard. Agreeing is hard. Why do you want to bring a child into chaos, into war, into disunity? into unfaithfulness, into scammers, into people that don't hold their word, into people that don't know why they were born, their mission on earth. Why?
Hmm.
Children are not part of marriage. People can decide to have children if they are fully, because children, God just give you children for you to raise them. Children don't belong to you. It's a responsibility. Are you ready to have time to nurture and make these children grow in the way of the Lord and be responsible citizens? If the answer, you yourself, you're not responsible. You yourself, you're not devoted. You don't focus on anything. You don't give yourself to anything. You have not done anything reasonable in this life. What makes you think you're ready to bring a child in this world? You yourself, you're dependable. You yourself, they can't trust you. You have issues, unfinished programs, unfinished projects for your own personal life. You can't work on your weaknesses. You don't know what are your strengths. My friend, why are you talking about children? Why? Anybody can give birth to children. Giving birth to a child is nothing. You just 5 minutes exercise, you're pregnant. That is not the problem. That's not where the problem starts. The problem starts when the child comes to this world. What will be the mental stage of that child? What will be the psychological stage? What is the financial readiness? If you're not mentally ready, psychologically ready, your emotions are mixed up. Today you like somebody, tomorrow you don't like the person. What makes you think that you'll be stable with that child? What make you think that in fact, if you yourself your three square meals, the three squares meals are in doubt, you don't know whether tomorrow you eat or not. Why are you having children? Children are expensive. Children eat 6 times a day if you control them all. If you don't control, they can eat more.
Especially during summer.
Yeah, they eat like 6 times. Normally, 6 times they sit on the table and eat full meals, children, 6 times a day. So imagine if you don't control them, they'll eat every hour. They'll be taking snacks, they'll be taking this. Do you have money for that? And you have the discipline to discipline those children. You yourself are you disciplined. So it comes with a lot. So for me, when I see marriage, I see two loving people that decide to commit to one another and enjoy their life. Will they have children? It's up to them. And they have to fill out every box because see, love is not enough for you to have children. You can love one another. That doesn't mean you have to bring children in this world. No. If both of you are ready to commit in raising these children and fill out every box I just mentioned. Then, and if the woman is mentally and physically able to carry a baby, because there are some women that they want to have children, but biologically they are not ready. Their body cannot have children. Some always have children out of their uterus. Some people have medical issues and everything. So if medically you cannot have children, you shouldn't have children. And if you don't want to have children, nobody should come and make you have children. Have someone that don't want children from the beginning, and don't impose your will on somebody else just because you want to. You trick them into having children. That is not right. Children are optional for me. They are not mandatory. They remain optional because I think even God Himself will not be happy for an unstable person to bring an unstable child in this world. I don't think God would like that. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. So, thank you so much for sharing that. So, you believe that marriage is first two people, and it has to be well thought and well discussed before bringing children, and also be sure that you can provide what that kids need before you bring them into the world. I don't know if I missed a comment in the section. Is it Comfort? Is Comfort okay? I see people saying sorry to her. Comfort, hope everything is well. Um, so let's hear from you, Sibi. What are your thoughts around marriage and children?
Okay, if you want to start at the beginning, I would say marriage is for companionship. I think that's the sole purpose for marriage, for companionship. And um the thing is, when we look at where we are as Africans, if you want to come from that from an African perspective, you would notice that the sole purpose for marriage when it comes to Africans are childbearing, children. Let me put it that way. Most of the time, people just get married because they want to have kids, not because they love the person they're getting married to, or they feel this kind of pressure. Okay, I'm not getting any younger, or I have so much money, so yes, I can afford to start making babies. But I think
Yeah.
that's wrong. I think before you start having kids, you should be mentally ready and psychologically ready, like Miss Elise said. I so much agree with her point on this one. There are lots of parents out there that are raising damaged kids. Some of them are not ready. Some of them don't want to have kids. So coming back to this story, the man lied to her,
Mm-hmm.
and then now she's pregnant. She feels betrayed. I kind of feel like he if I were her, that marriage would be over. Because why are you lying? Why did you lie? You don't lie. If reverse was the case, and maybe they both in the marriage they both decided that okay, we are just having 2 kids, and the woman is supposed to do a family planning, then she gets pregnant for the third one. The man will be angry, right? He's going to say all sorts of things and start blaming her for that pregnancy. So it shows she married a liar, and that marriage was built on lies and deceit. I don't want to stay with someone who can lie about something that serious to me. So it's not even about her getting pregnant now. But I saw some comments in the comment section saying, since she doesn't have a child, let her keep the child. I disagree with that. If she wants to get rid of the child, that's very okay. Because you don't tell a woman what to do with her body. This pregnancy and childbearing is different for a lot of women. And the reason why I am so angry with the man right now is sometimes I don't, these men just make decisions for you without even involving you in their decision making. I don't think it's okay for a man to tell a woman what to do with her body. I'm so not in agreement with that school of thought where a man decides if you should have kids or not. That's why when you're dating, you discuss these things. Although we can now see clearly that it's not her fault, it's the guy's fault because he deceived her. He made her believe that he whatever they are doing, even if they're having unprotected SAS, she's never going to get pregnant, and now she's pregnant. But if what if due to past trauma she made that decision that she doesn't want to get pregnant? So you see now she's not mentally ready or even psychologically ready to have a kid, and you're saying she should keep that child. Tomorrow if that child doesn't turn out well, now they will still blame her and say, oh, you're a terrible mother. That's the pressure that the society is putting on women that I do not like. It's just okay, Miss Coach Michelle, there is this man, men sometimes they just sit casually in the bar and they'll be talking. I'm just hearing him saying that his wife is pregnant and the doctor put the wife on bed rest.
Mm.
That's what he said. He was like, he doesn't understand that his wife is all lazy. The mother had 8 of them and she never had bed rest and she was fine. That he doesn't understand. You see what I'm saying now?
He's ignorant. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a selfish, narcissistic idiot. I'm not sorry to say this. You don't know how that pregnancy is dealing with her. Your mother's body is different from your wife's body. This pregnancy is just like even this monthly period. I have seen some ladies when they're having their monthly period, it's like they are going to die the next day or they are going to die at that minute. It's different for different women. You don't know what somebody is going through. The doctor clearly um said she should have bed rest, what they call it, and then you're saying she's lazy. She's lazy. You came back, there's no food, the house is dirty. That woman is fighting for her life. She's literally carrying your child. Why she's still fighting for her life? Chances are she might give birth to that child and not even come out alive because there are already complications there. That man was being insensitive. Everything in me wanted to, confront him, but I was like, it's not my business. Now this one is at home. She's at home, and her husband is out here saying trash about her. And the most annoying thing is you will hear a woman. Of course, there's a woman there because she owns the bar. You hear them make statements like, Is she the first person to get pregnant? Did she carry the pregnancy on her hand or on her leg? Why are
Jesus.
they giving her bed rest? You see, this is the problem I have with Africans. If a woman doesn't want to go through, nowadays women are even opting for surrogacy. They'll be like, okay, fine, I'm going to hustle. If I have the money, I'll pay someone to carry the child to term. I don't
Mm.
want to go through that. So
Yeah.
we don't know the past trauma that this lady we are talking about today had experienced
Mhm.
that made her say, I don't want kids. Even if she's fertile, she's saying she doesn't want kids. At this point, just because she's 46, I kind of feel like I would advise her, okay, you know what? Have this baby, but give the baby up for adoption since you're not ready. So that someone who wants a child can take it up from there. I'm sorry, I've been talking too much.
Thank you,
There is
Sibi.
some
So you kind of
now.
agree. You kind of agree with Miss Elise that this man kind of he overstepped it. But
Yeah,
let's hear
yeah, he did.
from Sandrine is here for some African men getting their right. Hi, Bijou Sandrine. Bijou was in the studio last week, so today she's in the comment section. We're happy to have you here, my sister. Today we are talking about this woman. She got married. It's been 3 years. She's in her mid 40s, and she never wanted to have kids. She made it very clear since the beginning. But and her husband had two kids from previous relationships. He has never been married before, but he has always been his dream to have kids in a marriage setting. So he lied to his wife that he had a vasectomy. He couldn't have kids, so she felt safe. And just to find out 3 years later that she was few weeks pregnant. She's very angry. She says she's not going to forgive him. She says she's going to divorce, but she's coming today. Her question is, should she keep the pregnancy? Now, we're just talking about custom and belief. Do you believe that once we are married, children should be a necessary next step of that marriage? Or no, not necessarily? So, CB and Miss Elise were very clear. Marriage is between two people, and such decisions shouldn't be taken or made lightly. So let's hear from you, Luke. What are your thoughts around this?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Uh, it's a very nice story, and has spoken well. Miss Elise has spoken well. I'll appreciate them for that. I'll stand with them. Children is not the primary stuff in marriage. It's for companionship. So, but like what CB said, we Africans, we believe when you get married, children will start coming. That's our belief. That's it. Because I'm very sure here that everybody here wants to have children. That's true. Everybody here wants to have children. So we are all
Not
Africans, and we know that we
everybody.
believe that we are all Africans, and we know that, and we believe that they all want to have children. So I'm very straightforward here. That's my answer. She is not the primary focus in marriage. That's it.
Okay. Thank you so much. Sanjay is saying that, yes, having that child might be traumatizing, but having an abortion is another level of trauma. This is from a psych nurse, so she knows what she's talking about. All right. So, my
But
second
Michelle,
question, yes, go
okay,
ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, go
Yeah, I
ahead. You
wanted
were
to
going to say,
say, I think we should unlearn and relearn. When you're dating someone and you're about to get married to the person, how about to just go into that marriage with with this mentality, I want to enjoy
hi,
my
Latoya. Welcome.
partner's
CB is here.
companion.
Sorry.
Yeah, I want to enjoy my partner's sorry, I'm sorry. I lost my train of thoughts. I'm
Sorry.
sorry.
Yeah,
I just
Why
want
don't
you
let
we
me
to.
say,
why don't we I'm sorry. why don't we go into marriage with, oh, I'm in love with this person, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, rather than putting this pressure of,
Oh, you
will I get
okay.
pregnant in my first year? Will I get pregnant in my second year? And then you end up not enjoying that marriage, you end up being miserable, not because the person you got married to is a bad person, but because that pressure is already there. That's why I said, do not allow the society to pressure you. If you know you're the type that loves children, it's okay, but don't put that pressure on yourself before you get married. It's not cool. That's what I wanted
Coach,
to say.
Yes,
Coach
ma'am.
Michelle, I wanted to say something concerning the lady that the guy told that he did. When I say your mistakes will not save you from the consequences of your mistakes. When you want to get married to a man, take him to your personal doctor, a doctor you trust. Let them run tests on him. You go and get the result. Don't go to his doctor because he may plan something there with his doctor. Go with someone that know you, that cannot be deceived. Go and run tests. This woman knew she don't want to make children, but she did not tie her womb. She would have tied it. People go and tie their womb so that they will not have children, right? And she
She
trusted
trusted
a man that
her husband.
what is they say trust but verify. The only person you can trust for free is Jesus because he came and died. This man, what has he done for you to trust him? You have to verify. So she was foolishly engaged. So she have to realize that she's the problem of her problem. She's the one that did not do the work she needed to do. So she did not do investigation. She did not go to if not having children was so important to her, why didn't she go to the hospital with him to check if the vasectomy really happened? Why? Why didn't she go do that? So she neglected the most important part of her life. And now the man now started asking her, are you sure you can have babies? He was already telling her that I'm about to impregnate you. But still, even that question did not wake her up. Sometimes in our marriages, your partner will tell you something. It's 2, 3 years later, you'll be like, he told me this time. He was serious about it. But yeah, but he told you. You didn't take it serious because in your head, you wanted to do whatever is in your head. Sometimes, even God speaks to us, we ignore the signal. It's after we say, oh yeah, something was telling me. This man asked her, are you sure you don't want kids? Because he was ready to impregnate her. That was even a time for her to say, before this man go and do something, let's go and see that vasectomy if it's still there, or if you ever did it. You people should stop trusting people. Even the Bible says, don't trust people, don't trust human beings. People should stop it. So, if she's pregnant, it's good for her. It's her mistake. You should not blame that man. That man lies. So what? If they lie to you, you don't verify. It's your problem. That's on you. People are not always honest. She knows that. That's why she got married late because obviously she has so many people disappoint her. She knows the
Miss Ellie,
moment.
do you feel
Yes,
like this
ma'am.
man was selfish for trapping her like that?
It's not selfish. People do whatever they want to do if you allow them to do it. It's as simple as ABC. What the Bible say, watch and pray. Because the Bible, the devil is there. He's searching for who he will devour. In a relationship, if you are not awakened, they will use you and nothing will happen. Man or wife, if you see in a relationship, one person is using the other person, directly or indirectly. And that's the truth. If you're ignorant, you're naive, that's your business. You will be used and heaven will not fall down. It's hard, right? People should not wake up. Keep sleeping. In this life, the people that will be used, the people that will be users. So if you want to be used, they will use you, wipe mouths, and nothing will happen. So this woman, for me, she looked for her own trouble. She neglected the most important part of her life, and now she's I think she's traumatized now. She's red now. She wants to remove the friend. My friend, you give birth and you raise that child, and you will not divorce. You stay in that marriage. Yeah. Next time you open your eyes and we move. We don't pity people that don't pity themselves. So, Coach
Oh,
Michelle,
Mr.
she's the reason. Yes, life is not easy, my sister. Life is hard. The Bible says the kingdom of God suffereth violence, the violent take it by force. So if in this way you don't want to take your own position by force, this man is having his baby, whether she goes up or she goes down. That's it. So she should give birth and nurture the baby, and then after that she will go and tie her womb. She will not have the second baby. So Coach Michelle, this is very easy. Thank you.
Okay, so you've already, Miss Elisa already provided the roadmap to this problem. But it's not that simple because you can tell that she's emotionally affected. She's emotionally affected, and I hear this and I want to ask this couple, do you guys believe in God? Because at the end of the day, there's when you're a Christian, you know there is your will and then there's the will of God. And you always want to ask yourself, we live in a society where we are kind of like we have kind of made turn ourselves into God. It's my life, it's my body, it's my decision. I do what I want. But do we ever stop to ask, what about God? What does He want? So my question gonna go to you, Luke. Do you believe that this should give ground to a divorce?
Uh,
I don't think we can hear you. Okay.
because I would advise her to divorce. The mistake has already been done. The man betrayed her. That's true. Uh, I know from experience what I've heard that mid 40s, above menopause, women getting pregnant is not really easy. So I would advise her to keep the baby, and maybe that's a good thing for her. Maybe it's a good thing for her. She should not divorce her husband. She should not abort it. She should not abort the pregnancy. She should leave it. She should stay with her husband. That the man betrayed your trust. You know that. So just take time. If you want to take time to trust him, it's hard. It's really hard to build trust. You know that really hard to build trust. Once trust is broken, it's very hard to rebuild it. So just try to keep the baby for now. Let what you are going through pass onto an innocent child. So just keep that baby as your own and talk to your man, talk to your husband. You know he betrayed you, just talk to him. So don't divorce him.
Thank you so much. So Luke does not believe that this couple should divorce because you feel like they can still work it out, right? So CB, are you still maintaining the position that this woman should divorce her husband? Oh, did we? Oh, sorry, I had not realized that you. Did you hear my question, CB? CB, are you here? Oh yeah, I see that CB dropped. CB, you're muted. You're probably talking, but it shows that you are muted. Okay, I don't know. Maybe it's a network issue. Maybe it's a network issue. Now, look, you mentioned
Yeah, I
trust.
wasn't in the studio before.
Okay, you're back now. So I was asking that do you still maintain Miss Elise said earlier, I believe Miss Elise you said that she shouldn't divorce, that she failed to do her due diligence and that she should just suck it up and stay in her marriage and have that baby. What about you, CB? Do you feel like
Okay.
she should go ahead with the divorce? Because that's what she wants to do. She's not sure about the pregnancy yet. She's still like, but for the marriage, she's like, no, this is over because this man lied.
I support her decision. I'll tell you why. If
Okay.
she stays with him, she's going to carry that resentment, and she might end up doing something really crazy or stupid. So I'd rather she leaves the marriage than hurting the man, because people people have different threshold for pain. She just might not handle it well. There are some women that will actually stay and they will be fine. But if she's saying she wants to leave, I don't think we should tell her not to leave. Let her leave. She was betrayed. She was lied to. It's something
But,
that
but, but,
deep.
but CB, don't you realize that she betrayed herself?
Yeah, I understand that she made a mistake, but then
But then,
if she's choosing to leave, I think we should let her leave. If I
so she
if I
make a
can
mistake.
see her one on
So
one, I'll tell her, yeah, sis,
so
your
a
decision
mistake
is
that was
valid.
caused by her, she will not also take part of the blame and just let it slide. Because if
No, I'm
she
not
did,
saying
if
not
uh-huh, if the man
I'm
really
not
did the
saying
this
that
thing
she
and
shouldn't
she
take the
confirmed
food.
that, she would have maybe gone now. If she would have confirmed that and know that he have done, then he goes behind her and reverse it, and then impregnate her, then she can leave, right? But she failed to do what she needed to do. If that was important to her, she would have taken the necessary precautions. But she did not. So why do
Miss
you
Elise,
blame people
are you
for
not
things that
are you not treating this thing of marriage as love as just a pure transaction? What about trust? Someone come and tell you
you
something.
you know you
Do you
know, Coach
really have
Michelle,
to drag them
you know,
and be like, "Hey, come here. I want to verify what you said to me." Like, let's kind of
Coach
go back into real life. Is that like,
Coach Michelle, you know
yeah?
what? The soonest we start treating our marriages more important than our business transactions, we will have real marriages. When we have difficult conversation with people, not because we love them, but because we want to know the root cause of the issue, then we'll have real marriages. Most marriages are just pretend and oversided views and oversided beliefs. But deep inside, they're lying to you. Deep inside, you're afraid to say because you're afraid to be alone. You're afraid to face the person and tell them exactly what you expect from them. But deep inside, they don't understand that. You know that you can lose them, and they're not up to the task. But deep inside, you really want them. But you're not going to be happy with them. But you really want to stay in that marriage. That's madness. Are we really mad? So is your secular job, Coach Michelle, more important than your emotional stability? Does your secular job that you can lose today and get another one tomorrow more important than the future of your children? Why not have those deep conversations and put everything in place just for your own good and for the good of your future generation? Why do we have to stand on, I believe him, I believe him. I believe what? I need to verify. You have to make me trust you. I'm not just trust. I would not just trust Jesus that He came from heaven and died. We saw Him. We saw the nails. We saw Him going to heaven, and we trust Him. This useless man that stand before you, that he just have one mission to have you in his life, no matter what. Yet he has nothing to prove that what he's saying is true. Why do you need him? Why do you allow him get into your life to destroy your life? Just because of emotions, feelings, because I'm feeling something. I'm emotional. I have goosebumps. Are you serious? No, Coach Michelle. You have to prove to me that you're trustworthy. You have to prove to me that I can count on you, not by mouth, by doings, by actions. So, my dear, life is not about believe not. When you go where Jesus was buried, you can see the grave is there. This man that say he has done whatever. My dear, where is the proof? Do you have a doctor's report? It's as if you meet a man that tells you, I don't have this, I don't have HIV, I don't have HIV. I'm
I am
100%,
well.
100%. Then you accept him. And then because I believe the way he was talking, he was so genuine. The way he was talking, his demure, his face, the way he was, my sister, you believe it. One chance, you will lose your life into, I believe the way, no, don't trust but verify. Coach Michelle, trust but verify. With time, you do that. Okay, he did this, I verify he did that. He has proven to me with time that he's a trustworthy person. Not just because you speak good English, I will trust you for what? My life is more important than your English. My children's future is more important than your useless argument or nice poetic you send to me, or one nice song you will sing, or that shopping you do to me. Get out. Prove yourself. And Coach Michelle, when you look at the Bible, everybody that God used, He tested the person. Job was tested. Abraham was tested. Everybody that was used by God was tested. Show me someone that God used. God put him to test. We have to learn to put people to test around us for them to prove themselves worthy to be called friend,
Miss
worthy
Elise,
to be called husband and wife. Yes, ma'am.
you're talking of the Bible, right?
Yes.
When we talk about love, we think
Mm.
about giving because God has set the example. He tells us that in the Bible that God has so loved us that He gave His only begotten Son. Now, if you go into
Mhm.
marriage and that you cannot sacrifice for the other person, who is being selfish in this scenario? Is it a woman who is saying that I don't want children? Or the husband who so desperately want another child that he had to lie?
Coach Michelle, thank you for your
So
question. The Bible says
Yeah.
Two cannot work together except they agree. It's scriptural. Two cannot work together except they agree.
He
It
was
means that
hoping
Coach
that she
Michelle.
would change her mind.
No, no, no,
She herself
Coach
said that this
Michelle.
man is a wonderful provider, which is what a lot of people out there are looking for. So
Coach
this guy
Michelle,
was
what
sure that he
the
was
problem is
gonna
not about money. The problem is her mental stage. She's not ready to receive a baby. You know, many women are mentally unstable. You know that. There's some woman that you hear that she killed her child, she dropped her child on the street, she did it to her child. You don't want an unstable woman to hold your baby. And this woman told him from the beginning, I don't want children. So there was already like a background, right? She told him honestly, she did not go and take pills to say I'm not secretly. No, she told him openly, and he agreed to it. And the only mistake she made that she did not go and verify, like so many women don't verify. They believe because they have emotions. They are dreaming, dreamers. Now she's up. They say when you dream, marriage will wake you up. Or when you're blind, marriage will make you see. So whatever you fail to do before you get married, don't worry. Time will come. You work on it in your marriage. And sometimes you work on it the hard way. And this is the hard way. The hard way has come. She has to show herself because she failed herself. To me, she failed herself. But if she still sees that she wants to have a child, she wants to have a child without a man, that's not wise. That's the part I say is not wise because she's married and she's saying good things. It's like a woman is saying bad thing about the husband, and her herself she come and tell you again, no, he's a great day. He's bad, but in this area he's good. She's just telling you that she likes something about the man. So let her see what she likes about him and cover up the little mistake he made and move on because she's the one saying he's a good man, he's a provider and everything. So she's blaming him. I think she just this emotional, when you don't want to accept that something is there, right? But she still sees something positive about the man. I think she should hold on to the positivity of the man. If she said no, he's a cheat and all the negative stuff, right? We'll say, okay, this man too is he's hold on too much. Now only you, liar, cheat, and everything. But she's saying that okay, he deceived her. Good. What else does he do that is good? Provider, caring. My friend, just stay there and manage, eh? You'll be all right. Don't enter. This say don't enter
Thank you
because
so
he would have done the vasectomy, and all these things medically sometimes it just doesn't work. It's like a woman that is taking pills but she get pregnant. It happens 1 in a million. So what if the man really did it and now she got pregnant because 1 in a million he's one of them? She will
much.
not blame him. Let's say, for example, he really did it, but she got pregnant. You will go scientifically, such things can happen because medicine is not one way street. They have mistakes happen in those things. So, what if the man really did the vasectomy and now she's pregnant? It's not his fault, it's not her fault, it's nature. So, she has
Sure.
to carry it and let's move on. Let's move on, man. Let's move on.
Thank you, thank you. So, Sandrine said that what was her reason of not wanting kids? The answer to the dilemma could be found there. Again, she's a psych nurse,
My
so I can
thoughts
see
again.
I can see
Yes.
you going behind the psychology of her decision. And yes, and that we don't know. People have been through a lot of things that they don't always disclose. Maybe even
Because
his
me,
maybe
Coach
even maybe,
Michelle,
maybe even her spouse doesn't even know. Maybe that as a
Coach
child,
Michelle,
maybe she was
Coach Michelle,
traumatized.
I know
Yeah.
women that are not traumatized. They don't just want kids because they love themselves so much. They just want to take care of themselves. They have no problem. They will tell you they did not come to this world to take care of anybody. They want their money. They want to eat their money, enjoy themselves, travel, shop, and everything. They
How
don't
many
want children,
say
not
that?
because they hate children.
Yeah.
They are just selfish. They just love themselves. Period. There's no psychological trauma. No, they just don't want to take it. They don't want somebody to eat their money. No, they say children are a problem. They'll take care of their retirement. There are women like that. So it's not about psychological problem. No, you people, African people we always love children. It's as if women are making baby machine makers. When a man just impregnate a woman with 6 months, where are you? Where is the children? Where is the children? My friend, shut up. It's not your problem. She can decide not to have children. She must not name your whole village. Why should have 10 children because you name everybody? People should stop it. Women are not manufacturers. She give birth to one, her body is tired, and they will be the first person to say, she gave birth, her butt is no longer standing, her breast is no longer standing. I want a new baby, a new woman because her body is tired. He forgets that he was the one had getting her pregnant back to back, back to back. And when a woman give birth, she needs a private coach. She needs to do massages. She needs a very good meal plan. She need a cook that will be planning her meal, cooking her good food so that she will go back to normal. Now you dey poor. Now you know if you take gym instructor. Now you know if you do surgery after operation. But you are the one pumping the woman children. And when she don't give birth, you say no, she doesn't give birth. When she now give birth, finish, and you have changed. You're now fat. You're now this. Do you think they vomit children? It comes with every hormones and every stress and everything. People should stop traumatizing woman. Any woman that don't want to give children, my sister, stay single, stay married, marry him, enjoy his money. Don't have any children, and heaven will not fall. What is it? Children, children, children will not hear word. Is it by force? Jesus himself came to earth, he did not have a woman, he did not have a child. Didn't he go back to heaven? Was Apostle Paul not an apostle of Christ? Elijah, didn't he go to heaven? Enoch, did you hear that he had children? Elijah, did you hear he was married? Your mission on earth is not to have children. You can just serve God and go to heaven. What is it? People should leave women alone. They're not babies manufacturers. Now wow.
Miss Elise, don't put it like that. They don't make those children alone. They make it with their husband. So they do it together, right? And we do need to foster the next generation. We do need to produce the next generation because it's part of what God has said. Go and multiply. So don't put it as if, especially you live in a Western country as you see a lot of young couple, they're like, oh, we only have dogs, we only have cats, we don't want no kids. Yes, right? But then you meet someone who wants children. Would you compromise? Let me
No.
hear from you, CB. Would you compromise? CB, you're muted.
Ma, please,
Okay.
can you rephrase that question again?
My
You said a
question is
lot.
that my question is that let's think of the next generation. Let's think of the next generation. Let's think of God's commandment about going and multiplying. If you were in the shoe of someone who did not want kids, like we see a lot of them here in the Western country, I have plenty of them, I've met several of them. They would rather have cats, dogs than having kids. If you were in this person's shoe, if you were that woman who doesn't want to have children, and you meet a man who desperately wants to have children, would you compromise?
Uh, if I were in her shoes and I said I don't want kids, there must be a reason why I said I don't want kids. So I don't think I want to compromise. I don't think so. The reason why I said I
And
don't
wouldn't that,
think so
wouldn't that be
is
selfish? Don't you feel like that would be a little bit selfish because you don't want to do that for the other person?
I
Or you're
think
asking them to.
marry people should marry people they share the same philosophy with. This is where the problem is. We're always going to clash. We're always going to have
Hmm.
this conversation and start arguing. He will be like, I don't want want I don't want anybody to try to convince me to do something that I do not want to do. Because if I made my decision from the beginning, there's a reason why I said I do not want kids. So don't try to come and convince me or tell me how much I need to multiply. That's why I need to have kids. On the other hand, if I want kids and you also want kids, that's fine. But in this case, I don't want kids and you want kids. So we don't have anything to do with each other. We're going to always clash because at maybe the first year you might just you might be okay, you might be fine with it, and then the next year you'll be like, maybe she'll change her mind. You'll bring up the topic again, and I'll get irritated. I'll be like, I told you I don't want kids. So I feel like you should marry someone who shares your philosophy, who shares your belief. If you don't want
Guys,
kids, go for someone who doesn't want kids. If you want kids, go for someone who wants kids. It's not that difficult.
and guys, I'm
And
gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you something, Miss Sibi. This topic is not as black and white because now that you're talking, I'm remembering. It's reminding me of this couple that I know very personally. When they got together, the man said to the woman that he wanted to have at least 4 kids. Maybe I've shared this story here before. And the woman was like, okay. They got married. After 2 kids, she decided because people do change their mind. Maybe she realized that, holy crap, it's a lot of work to have children. After 2 kids, she decided to stop. And as I speak today, these two are almost about to get the divorce. And it's unfortunate when you look at the divorce rate. How do you manage this? Maybe people can learn to compromise a little bit. Maybe people can learn, you know, how do you win with such a situation? Because people do change their mind at some point, but those who have learned to accommodate, those who have learned to compromise, those who have learned to kind of remain a little bit flexible, they are the one who 60 years later you see them, they stay married. I mean, that's my belief. But look, let's hear from you. If you were in this situation, like you talk about something with someone and down the road they change their mind, and that is putting a strain on your marriage. Maybe at the beginning this man didn't want to have kids too. I don't know. But how do you manage this look? Or what would you advise to people going through such a situation?
Uh, this particular story here, you all see that trust is broken. To me, the man is at fault here. So even though I don't want them to get divorced, I want the woman to keep the baby. Let's be frank with ourselves and sincere. Let's not go back and forth. The man is at fault here for breaking that trust. You know, the Bible says, Apostle Paul says something. He said, some are born eunuchs, some made themselves eunuchs. You know, God has made some people that this person is just for me, just to serve me. They won't have kids, like Apostle Paul did. They won't have kids just to serve me. And and Paul also said that if you know you cannot keep yourself, go and marry. If you know you can't keep yourself, go and marry. So he said something like that. So at this situation here, uh, if I'm the one, I think it's better according to what CB said, it's better we know what we need, both of us. We know what we want. Do we want kids? How many? And I think when that number is complete, if you want 4 kids, when it's complete, I think they should put a stop to that. And if you don't want kids, you should respect that person's decision. It's not it's not a must. So you find someone that don't want kids, you want to marry to. But I don't think that's possible because we are all acting the script of God. We are acting the script that God has put down for us. So you just have to look for somebody that you don't want to have kids with. So for me, if I'm in this situation, I'm here, uh, I won't get divorced. I won't get divorced. I will beg her from the man. I will beg the woman. I will ask for forgiveness. I will plead with her to forgive me to
And
lying.
that's what he's doing,
And
look. I know you said that is
I know
at fault.
trust.
The man knows and is asking for forgiveness. So let's kind of talk to the woman.
Yes, the woman should let it go, but it's not easy. So if she wants to take time to think about it, she's free. She's free. The man hurt her, so she's free to take time to think about it. If she wants divorce, I can't say anything about it. It's her own decision to make. I think we're just advising her. It's her own decision to make. She seek prayers to God because at the onset she said she don't want kids. So now she wants kids. Trust is now she's pregnant. The trust is broken. So maybe she should just uh, take time, seek help, seek counseling, a therapist to think it over with her. It's not really easy for me. This woman is going through a lot. It's not really easy, and she's past 40, past 45. It's not really easy. So that's what I would say. She should take her
Look,
time for herself to think it through.
look, allow me to put you on the hot seat, okay? Sorry. And this might maybe deviate a little bit from the main topic. If you were married if you were married and that you and your wife agreed to have a certain amount of children, and halfway there the wife decided, hey babe, I changed my mind, what would you do?
I will beg her because first of all, from what I've been learning now from your show, from Uncle Beno's show, I think communication is very very important. And I know that from what I've learned now and from your show, Uncle Beno's show, know that women go through a lot. It's not really easy to carry pregnancy for 9 months and push baby out. It's not really easy. So I think if she made that decision, I'm going to going to talk to her. I'm not going to quarrel with her because quarreling with her with trigger her emotions and I might need to divorce. So I'm going to sit down with her and talk to her and see reasons with her why we wanted this number before. That's what I would do.
And what if she is adamant? She's unbendable. What would you do?
No, I don't really think she would be unbendable because
No, don't
I
say
will have
that.
to let God take
Look, look
sides.
at this woman
No,
here.
no,
She's
no,
some people don't.
no,
Yeah.
Coach
Uh-huh.
Michel said,
Yeah.
I don't really think she'll be unbendable. I will let God take his side. You hear that? I will have to see God's face because we already agreed before. I'm going to have 4 kids and now she has two. She wants to stop. So it's what we agreed before. I will let God see it. Let God touch her heart. That's it.
You know what? Why I'm kind of
And
stretching over
let
this because I know two couples. I mentioned the first one. Now I'm mentioning the second one. After the first child, the woman decided that no more kids, and both of these husbands, because I've spoken with both of them, they say that they're gonna go out there and continue to have their babies. That's why I'm asking you. Look, what would you do if your wife is like, no, I'm not having any more child? Would you let it go? Or, like I said, these two different guys, they don't even know each other, but I've spoken with both of them. They are intending to go out there and continue to have their kids.
I already have it in mind by the number of kids he got permits, he got carries. So if this thing happens half the way, she said two is enough for her. First of all, I'll go to God, I'll talk to her, I'll go to God, I'll talk to her and see reasons why she wants to. I know it's not really easy for them, for women, it's not really easy. So I'm not really praying to meet this situation. Let me just say that because I already have a number
Believe
in
me,
mind. I'm going to meet that person.
no one who wants this kind of situation, but sometimes you just find yourself
That's it.
into it. Yeah.
Yes, that's it. That's why I said if I finish talking to her, she will agree.
I don't know. But Mr. Liz, let's hear from
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
How do you manage such situation that halfway there the other person changes and be like, do not agree to the
Yeah,
clauses?
that happens. That's my situation actually. When I was
Oh,
getting married to my husband, I said I wanted 9 kids. He said nine's a lot. That he wants that we decided that five would be okay. For me, I wanted 9 children. I wanted 7 girls and 2 boys. That was my plan. Before I
wow.
wanted 12, then I reduced it. It got to 9. Then my husband was like, okay, five. We agree to five. When we had the first child, he didn't want children anymore. I say you did, Chris. One child. It's as if you have given birth to nothing. What's going on? So we had a second one. Since then, we have been fighting. He doesn't want kids anymore. So we are at the like some days I'll be angry. Some but I was wondering why is it that when I calculate, things, and this man will be running away, how our flow goes and everything. And I sat him down. I said, Oga, tell me the truth. This you're running away when we want to go to bed. You want to watch a movie. After praying, you put me in bed and disappear. What's going on? He said, I don't want children anymore. I said, why? He said, we don't just call to this world to have children. I say, you're a liar. Oh. This is not what we agree upon. We did not agree. It took me time to come to the point like, okay, if he doesn't want it, that's it. But it really took me time. I was so angry. At the point, I was like, should I even divorce this man and just move on? What's going on? Because this is like the breach of contract. You understand? It's a
Mm.
breach of contract because you told me that we're gonna. I wanted 9. 2 children is like you don't have children. Your 2 hands, that's it. You should have like when you come into a house, you see children talk. When you have like Thanksgiving, all these children are bringing you different gifts. Having in-law here, having in-law here. That's what family is. But I'm like, I'm the third child of my father, so I will not have third child. If you give me number 3, he didn't want. So I was so mad, but I came to the realization that marriage is also about compromising.
Thank
Sometimes
you.
you want something And you shouldn't always have to get it, because if you want to get everything you want in life, you should be single. To be honest, you will be single, because there are some things that Avia, no, that's part of having children. Imagine if there were five, it's gonna be war. Thank God we only have two. So the point is that, imagine, because Michelle, Avia, Savannah, prep, okay, Sava. See, the problem is that if you want everything in life, you will be single. Marriage is about letting go 50% of your desires, you know. And as you said, people change, situation change. The man you marry after 2 years will not be the same man. But if you notice the progress, the changing, you adapt to every change because you are present in you're a present wife, you know. The same thing, a man, when you marry a lady, when she's single, she has single behavior. When she has children, she changes. You will notice that my wife was not doing this before. Now she's doing, because you are present, you are noticing it. So marriage is about sometimes letting go 50% of your desires. Because to be honest, if that woman tell you everything she wants, can you provide for it? Can you do it? Everything she wants. Like, I want a man that like this, like this. Can you be that man? The answer is no. But you meet in the middle, you know? It's about meeting in the middle. Because God called man, he said, come, let's reason together. Today's society, man and woman don't want to come and reason together. Okay, I like this. What about this? Okay, because of you, I let this one go. Also, because of me, you to let the other thing go. So I believe that you will not always get 100% of what you want, but you should see the measure part of what you're getting and be thankful for it. You know, that's marriage for me. Because if you want 100 children and the person gives two and they're unable, they're incapacitated, maybe the body is there, but mentally that they cannot move forward with that, and you leave them, that's being selfish. That's being an understanding, because the Bible says a man lay his life for his wife. How do you lay your life for your wife? And when you get married, you say for better or worse. What can be change of mind? What can be change of decision? What can be I told you I would do it, but right now I am unable. And love means support. That's when you support. So people that are not ready to support, to compromise, to let go, they should not be married, because things happen. So that's what I can say. Thank
Guys,
you.
we can stop the show now. Miss Elise, she said it all. Like, come on, what can you add to that? Marriage is about compromising. You know,
Okay,
today people
Coach
divorce
Michelle, I
so
have a
easy.
pushback.
Yes, ma'am, go ahead.
I have a pushback because if he did the vasectomy and then it failed, she got pregnant, then I would say, okay, you know what, forgive him, life happens, okay, then stay. But in this case, he didn't do it. So
No, we don't know if he did
that's
it.
No, he didn't do it.
what?
He did not. Oh,
He
he
didn't
lied.
do it.
He lied. He
He
didn't do
lied.
it.
That's what I'm saying. That's why
Uh,
I'm angry. He lied.
He didn't do
They
it.
started that
okay, but
marriage. That
CB,
the foundation of that marriage
Miss
was
Elise,
built on
remember you said
lies.
that she failed to take him to the hospital.
see,
So
CB,
Mm-hmm.
let me ask you a question. If you fail to do what you were supposed to do, whose fault is it?
Okay, Miss Elisa, I see what you're trying to do. She's also
No,
to
no,
be
no,
blamed,
answer.
but
No,
90% of the blame goes
wait.
to the
No,
man.
no, no, it's not
10% goes
90.
to her
We will
because she
share
didn't
it if
verify.
Sister CB, let's be honest and factual. If she would have gone, she would have made sure he really does it. That if he changes after will have not affect their marriage. True, of course, true. CB, you yourself, you say you have trust issues because you know that the world is on trust. You can't trust anybody. So because you know that people will deceive you just to get what they want. CB, let's put it on this woman, Woto Woto, to tell her that she is the reason what happened. CB, you know
Absolutely
that.
not. I'm doing sisterhood today. Women supporting women. I'm on her
Inside
side.
fault.
She was deceived.
How can you support fault, Sister CB? CB, you're not doing well, though. So
How am
you
I
want to
not
support
doing well?
sisterhood in mistake.
No,
But
you're
still,
not getting
the man
the
lied
side.
because he wanted kids.
He
CB, you
lied.
yourself, no, CB, I know
Okay,
you will go and do check up for that man. You that I know, you will go and check
definitely,
to make sure
yes,
that,
yes. I would.
okay, okay,
Fertility
CB,
test,
let
everything.
me ask you a question. As a woman, if you don't want kid, what did you do on your own to avoid having children? She did nothing. She did
I'm
nothing
going to take
because
the
see,
necessary precautions. I'll go to the hospital and do the
But
necessary
okay,
thing.
CB, we are coming. Number one, She didn't take the necessary precaution for herself to say, if you trust me or not trust me, I'm safe. Or what I've done not to have children, I will never
That's
have children.
where
She didn't.
that's where I'm blaming her, sis. That's where I'm blaming her. That's what I
Eh,
said,
so she have
10%.
so she have to no, she have to. Number one, she did not do anything for herself not to have children. She did not protect herself from having children. She did not preserve. She did not make anything possible. She did not cover herself, and she did not verify. See, she has two faults. Let's take two
Uh,
against one.
okay, but don't you think that it would be nice if we live in a world where Miss Elise, for example, you tell me, CB, the sky
You know
is
that word does
blue.
not
I
exist,
shouldn't
right? No, no,
hold on
no.
now.
You know,
Hold on, Miss Elise. If you tell me that the sky is blue, I should not have the need to look at the sky before I believe what you're saying.
but CB,
Okay,
you
we
know
should.
that that word does not exist. So we should come back to
What
reality.
word?
The world where they
What
tell you
word?
something and it's true. You know that it does not exist.
No, no, no. But how do you then trust the partner you're getting married
Are
to?
you
I
not the
I
one
want
that
my
says
husband.
every year that we should? Are these not the same stories that we have every day where
I
people
want
trust
my
people?
husband to say. I want my husband to say, babe, you know what? I have nothing to do with that woman, and I just believe you. I don't want to be stressed. But
Then we'll do another.
unfortunately,
The next Sunday will be your topic. We'll discuss you next Sunday because that
oh,
will not be the
Like
case.
you said,
this is
Yeah, that
not
will.
nice.
I don't see.
They will discuss
I
you.
understand where you're coming from, but considering the divorce rate nowadays, I feel like we have come to a place where we're like, if it doesn't go my way, like we often say, my way or the highway. We need to compromise in marriage. And I know I have seen countless times this kind of children that you didn't even plan for. If you can find it in you to raise that kid, 20 years from now, this might be, you might realize that it's the best thing that you ever done in your life. Because, I mean, children are a blessing. And earlier I said that we live in a society where we have taken the place of God in our life. It's about what I want, it's about my body, it's about my decision. But if maybe she stops and seeks the face of God, maybe this is her consolation that God has sent her from heaven. Maybe she, because sometimes we don't even know what we need. Sometimes we feel like we know it all. But God knows best. He knows what your life gonna look like in 5 years, in 10 years, in 15 years. And maybe this is an answer that God has anticipated, sending it to you. And then later on, he knew that you'll be thankful for. Now you go ahead and you say, no, 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 they lied to me. I'm not going to take it. Me, and myself and I. And then you divorce your husband and maybe you terminate the pregnancy. And 20 years later, you wish you had a 20-year-old child, maybe to help you with something. I don't know. No one knows the future. But I feel like we should kind of stop it and just go back to what God wants. Yes,
Coach
things
Michelle,
things
Coach
didn't
Michelle, I
didn't
wanted to add
go away.
something.
No, this man has lied. No question. He has lied. And he's asking, she said that he's been asking for forgiveness non-stop. He has lied. But could it be maybe God blessing you, giving you a blessing in disguise? I don't know. That's my big question mark. If she was my
Coach,
friend, this is what I would tell her. I would say,
Coach,
seek the face of God. Yes.
Coach Michelle, I wanted you to tell to this your two guy friends that want their women to have children just because they want to name all their whole village. Please help me ask them. Your wife that is afraid of having another children, if during birth she passed away and the baby you're expecting passed away, how will you feel? Ask them that question. If pressurizing your woman to have children and while giving birth, the woman and the child pass away, how would they feel? Will it be better for them to have that those two or one child and keep their wife alive and raise and stay in a just have like a complete family? Or because they want children, they force things on the woman and she end up losing her life and losing the so-called baby they want to all the babies they want to bring, but that one goes away. Are they ready to lose their wife and the baby they will never have? Or are they ready to keep what God gave them and enjoy the marital bliss with the wife and the children they have? Ask them that question. Leave it to them. Let them
Yeah,
think about it.
but from what I know, is
Mhm.
that oftentimes
Mhm.
people will take the pretext, they will take the excuse of not having something because they are not being fulfilled anyway. So in this particular cases, I know these are unhappy men. They're not happy. That
Ah, okay.
their needs are not being met. Now, this is just
Oh.
one of the things that are contributing to their unhappiness.
Ah, okay. They have other
Yeah.
problems.
So
Okay, this is not
there's
okay.
more
Then
to it.
there's
But then
more
they
to
will
it.
tell you that
Oh,
this is
okay.
one of the they will tell you that this is one of the main reason. But
Ah,
you
okay.
can tell that
Many
if they were
reasons.
happy,
Okay, cool.
you will tell that if
Mm-hmm.
they were happy, they
They'll
will probably
compromise.
reconsider. So
Okay, okay. So children is not always okay. It's not the main issue. There are issues, and this is just the main one they want to use to exit. Okay,
yeah.
I
Or
see.
maybe they feel like if they had more children, maybe the wife will respect them more. Maybe the things will work better.
Coach
I
Michelle,
don't know.
I saw
I don't
somebody
know.
writing that African men want women to have many children because they think their children will not stop them from living marriages. You never jam. That woman that will have 10 children and drop you as is hot. This generation of women, children don't keep women anymore. They will have children and go and do surgery and look good and abandon you. Do you know women? Be careful, oh. Children, see, there are some people that say when you bring a woman abroad, you have to give her belly back to back, back to back. My brother, when you finish her, she even want to have all the children with you. After she will drop you, you pay child support for the rest of your life. Do you know what's a woman? People should be careful, oh. Be very, very careful. You don't play with a woman. After God fear woman, you don't hear that one. If you not hear it, it's like it's a lie. Try. Try it. By the time she pepper your life, you will know what woman is. No wonder some men, when they make mouth, when the woman divorce them, they'll end up killing the woman because people are so weak and useless. You don't want to use your brain. And when they put you in real trouble, you think that you're a troublesome person, you jam trouble, your head go reset. People keep playing with women. I've never seen anything. Me, when I see a woman dealing with a man, I say, show him. You are showing him for the other sisters that could not defend themselves. Go ahead, do it harder. Nonsense, man. You will not manage a woman after all the sacrifice. Do you think having a child is easy? Even one child is not easy. She will give two, three, and then you are doing anyhow. He does anyhow. Let him see anyhow. Show him Pepe. Don't pity him. That's how life is. You do
Uh,
anyhow, you see anyhow. Mm-hmm.
okay. CB said put the child up to adoption. CB, I don't know about that. I'm telling you, this child is probably a blessing in disguise. My sister, keep your child. You will need this child, especially if you're mentally stable, and it seems like you are. If you're mentally stable, I know you guys are financially sound, so money is not an issue. Now, if you're mentally stable, please keep your child. You'll be grateful. Your older self will thank your younger self for doing that. That's just my 2 cents. So, guys, I don't know if anyone else wants to add something, but do you guys feel think that trust can be rebuilt in this marriage? I'm gonna go with you, CB. Can trust be rebuilt? Let's
Absolutely not. Like I said
absolutely
in the
not.
beginning,
Okay.
she will carry that resentment for the rest of her life. So towards him, if she's still living with him, that's why I said she should leave. Because you don't know what is going on in her head. You don't know where her head is. If she leaves and somehow, by the grace of God, let her just leave. If they are meant to be, she will definitely come back. At that time, there will be no more resentment if she choose to come back. That's why I said she should leave first. But you guys are saying she should stay. She stays now. That is every day she wakes up, she's looking at that man, she's looking at her tummy, and she's like, look at this idiot. He got me pregnant.
I'm
Asshole. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure once she sees that baby, she will change. She will have a change of heart. But okay, what about you, Miss Elise? Do you think these two can rebuild that trust?
For me, Coach Michelle, to be honest, once trust is broken, is broken. I don't believe in rebuilding trust. I'll build it with somebody else. To be honest, I don't believe trust is something. No, if I trust you, you break it. Me, I will not build anything with you.
Okay, what about you, Luke? Can they rebuild?
No, no, no. Trust already
No.
broken. But as I said earlier, it's our choice to make. We can only advise her.
Okay. All right, guys. So I think we said it all. We said it all, and my 2 cents is this child is a blessing, but we said it again. The decision is yours. You can keep it, you can terminate, you can divorce. Do you? But if you were a Christian, I would also consider that maybe you take a moment to pray. You know, don't be in a hurry to take a decision. Maybe go on a retreat, maybe a month. Just take time, you and God, and the Holy Spirit will show you what to do. Because God is not a God of confusion. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here today. It's always great coming here and
Thank you, Coach
connecting.
Misha.
Thank you, Miss
Yeah,
Elise.
thank you,
Thank you,
Coach Misha.
Thank
Stevie.
you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
Lo. Thank you, my wonderful champions in the comment section. I will see you guys next week, next Sunday, same time, 1 p.m. Latonia, you're still here. We'll see you next week, same time, 1 p.m. Central Texas time. And God bless you. Bye.
Bless you too.
Bye.